I'm getting ready for the new season of parties, my gigs, and I decided to make a short clip about the basic setting of my PA system that I use, and I'm going to show you the connections that I use. This is my light system testing. So let's get into it. So as I told you, here's my system. I've got a lot of requests of me doing this clip, show you the basic system that you can use at home, even bigger events, gigs, parties, whatever you want to. I'm making some tests of my system lights, and let me show you. So usually you need a software that you can use with the new equipment. So I use a laptop. I advise you to use a powerful laptop that can handle the software of music of your choice. You may use Serato, Virtual DJ, Just from Hercules, and there are many others that you can use. I prefer to use Serato as primary and Just as the secondary software for my music. So you have to connect to the laptop. You have to connect the cable that came with your controller. Every controller you buy already has a cable, data cable, that you have to connect to the software. So here's the cable connected to the back of the controller. It's very important to use a safe connection here, to use the fastest connector you have on the laptop, 3.0. It's great. This is what I use. Here you can see the software connected to the lights by this cable. It's not really necessary. You can use the lights at the part you go directly, guided by the sound. It's okay. So here you have the connection from the laptop to the controller. The controller itself, you may need to install the drivers needed for this controller specific. Check if the controller is compatible with the software that you are ready to use. Read carefully before you buy the controller. Most of the controllers, like almost all controllers, support Serato. This is why it's my choice. So after that, you have to install correctly the software drivers, or the controller drivers, into the laptop, and practically you are good to go. But if you want to use, if you want to record your DJ settings, DJ sets, or you are using something additional, for example, you have to use headphones. You can use the connector that the controller has already. There we go. You may have big jacks like this one, or small jacks to connect directly to the output of the controller. So you may need a pair of headphones, and from the controller you are good to go. It's not that hard. The controller will there are two types of controllers that are powered directly by the laptop. That's why this cable is very important, the cable that came with the controller. So it's powered directly by the laptop. Make sure to have the laptop connected to a power source anytime. It's not recommended if you have to use the laptop on battery. There are some settings on the laptop. You may check the internet to see that there are some settings for the DJ laptops that I advise you to use. So I always use the laptop even with the battery connected. It's not okay from the battery life, but it's okay for the security of my gig, to use always the connector of the power directly to the AC power. So the power, this controller is powered by the USB cable directly from the laptop. It doesn't need additional power source, but there are some other controllers that use additional power. That means that you connect the cable directly to the laptop only for the data transfer software to the controller, and another source of power that is connected directly to the controller. Okay, so with the controller we are good to go. After that, from here it becomes a little bit more complicated depending on what you want to do. Some controllers are simpler to use. It depends very much of how much of connectors the controller have. I advise you to search controllers that have a lot of connectors, so you may adapt the setup depending on what you want to do. So I choose Hercules. You already know if you're subscribed to my channel. So I use the Hercules controlling pulse 500 just because it has a lot of connections from a beginner DJ or medium size DJ controller. So from here you can use what you have available as connectors for output. I use the jack output. You also can use the RCI cables, but the jack cables are better to use as long as the signal is balanced from here. So you can connect these left and right connectors directly to the speakers if you want to. I use only one speaker. I needed some sound for checking, training, but I highly recommend you to use additional sound control for your system as a mixer, a sound mixer. This is something different. It's not necessarily needed. You can connect directly the sound from the controller to the speaker. It's okay. It can work like this from your for your home gigs, small parties, your training. If you're just a fan of music, mixing, playing all around, you know. But if you use a bigger system with lot of speakers and you want more control and more connectivity for the system, you can use this type of devices. This is called a sound mixer. This one is a medium range mixer from Alto, by the way. So you connect the output of the controller left right to one of the channels provided for the mixer. So here you can have additional control for the sound from the mixer itself. The controller itself, you already have highs, mids and low frequencies, volume control for the output, master output. But from here the sound, if it goes to a secondary mixer here, you can use additional output. This one is a analog mixer. You have here also high, mid, low, and you have secondaries or optional connections that you can use from here with the sound that comes here. So you can send signal for additional equipment, record equipment, stream, etc. A lot of variants here. You can select the balance that you don't have on the controller. For example, if you have a non-standard room, you have an L room or a round room, and you want to make the sound more powerful in a specific place on the room, you may use balance. This is something that the controller doesn't have usually. Something else, you can choose the output. You can choose the output or the input depending on what you want to do with the system. You have microphone inputs, you have jack inputs, control of many channels. From here you can connect as many as sound devices you want. You have 5 speakers, 10 speakers. You can use them here depending of the potential of your mixer. My system for now is composed by 2 bases of 18 inches and 2 tops of 15 inches that I use in line connection. Doesn't matter, it's something may be complicated for now. So here you have additional control for the sound from the mixer from the controller, sorry, to the mixer, and from here you may send out the signal right here. This one uses big jacks, this one, and the control, this is something special here that the controller doesn't necessarily have as a like this visualizer. Okay, you will tell me that the controller already has displays right here. Okay, okay, already has, that's right. But here you have the output control, and here you can control the overall volume that goes from your system, your mixing system, to the speakers. As a precaution measure, usually I recommend you to use a mixer into the system. It's very important because here, as a backup, and I always advise you to use backup to your gigs, you can connect here additional sound sources. Let's say that the software crashes. It happens. Let's say the controller crashes and you need to put some music. The worst thing that can happen to a DJ is to play music to a gig and suddenly it makes silence into the room. This is the most embarrassing thing that could happen to a DJ. So I advise you to use additional or backup for your system. Backup to the backup to the backup, so you can enjoy the gig. So here you can connect microphones, but also you can connect, for example, a secondary laptop. From you can play immediately some music. It doesn't matter what song it was playing. You can just play the music plays. as long as you want, and that gives you time to reset the system, to check the problem, to see where is the problem. The audience will not observe that you play the music from a different source. Let's say a laptop, maybe a phone, a tablet, you name it. So you are safe to go. Additionally, you can connect microphones here, that as I already told you, some controllers have already, as this one has already a mic input and a dedicated mic section where I can control the mic with highs, lows, gain, etc. But if you really want to be professional and use backups and to be in safe, let's say like this, it's safe, you can connect the microphones right here into the mixer. That's why the mixer, I consider, is very important. Even if the controller crashes or the software crashes, you still have control to the microphones. You can speak to the microphone, whatever. So from here you go with your choice of sound output, main output. Depending of the mixer, there are very much many of models that you can use. This one is a medium size mixer, and from here you go to the speakers you want to. Doesn't matter, you can use your choice, your favorite speakers. So I don't know if you have some questions, if I can help you with advices. If you didn't understood anything about from here, you're free to leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to. And maybe it's not the last clip that I will make about these systems. I will show you more in the future, depending how many likes I get from you and how much interesting is about this. Ok, salute all, vă salut pe toți from Romania, and have a great day. And now I'm going to record right here a new set for you, and I will upload it to YouTube as soon. Bye, see you all, bye bye.